A live look there at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're underway at Hard Rock. Here comes Malik Washington. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Tua now from the gun. Throw finds Jamar Chase. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now Tua to throw. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. And stick with Achane. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And Tagovailoa hits the turf, sliding down after picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Achan. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches. It's a design boot. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on the opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hits him on the end route. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Second and 3 now. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. He's able to drive that tackle about a yard. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. They strike for 23 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Working inside the red zone. He keeps it and takes off. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Barkley can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. It's Barkley again. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Away. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And after some momentum was wrestled away by that last touchdown drive, Brock, the pressure is on them to respond here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. It's caught left side by Hill. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's 2 on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
37-yard line.
We've set it down from 37. Tagovailoa on first down. Waller with the catch. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And they get to him again. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Jones out there to return it. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. And has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Play action, McCarthy. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. You see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 14-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They kick the running back in motion. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. He calls his own number again. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and goal, Minnesota.
The This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he sails that one over the end zone.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? ODB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. McCarthy looking to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Third and goal for McCarthy. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Yeah, so a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got fourth and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these O-linemen run off the sidelines, big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir.
A 21-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give them a first down. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. The Dolphins offense returning to the field a final time before the half. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen it.
He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. McCarthy going to keep it himself. Don't have him gain about a handful there. It's Caleb Kohu up to make that play.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on fourth. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The Miami offense headed out there now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Achane on the toss right. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Tua now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins grab the lead on their first series of the half. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. Shoves one away. This makes it up to the 25. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
There's the danger of leaving an empty backfield, Kate. They dial up the corner blitz, and without that blocker there to pick him up, he ripped right in and drills you. If it had been a safety, good chance that ball could have been knocked free, too.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. McCarthy going to keep it himself. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of the football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact.
Out to punt it away. Snap comes in slow, and they block it. First call here coming from the shotgun.
14, Vikings 10.
Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Achane. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Sanders sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll work this one out to the 28. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Waller. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Defense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's officially in the enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Tagovailoa keeping it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
1st down. Here's Tua. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
H.N., a 1st down carry. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Tua off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
24, Vikings 10.
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. Dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings taking the field on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. He's taken down after gaining a couple. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now to throw. He's going for it himself. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Looking to throw. McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's McCarthy. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
First and 10, got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. And this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be third and long.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Throwing now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's fourth and long.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is fourth down. Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And that does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.